what do you think of Iran's top Sunni cleric calling for uniting with unbelievers? How significant is this? Very significant. So this guy, this is the Jome Imam of Sistan of Zaidan, which is the Sunni province, a city, the major city in the Sunni province of Iran, Sistan Baluchistan. This is a Sunni area of Iran, and this is where most of the killing by the government has been happening. Like, as much as you hear about like young boys and girls being shot to death in the rest of Iran, most of it is happening in this guy's backyard. Like usual, because the government oppresses minorities in Iran a lot more. The Kurdish region, for example, is getting a lot of death, and the Sunni region in Iran also gets a lot of like the killings, right? Because the Iranian government is trying to put Sunnis against Shias or Kurds against other Iranians as a way to start a war so that people get distracted from the actual protests. And that's why a lot of the people from this part of Iran have higher number of victims, right? And this guy, this guy doesn't have a good history, by the way. He used to support the Taliban. I'm suspecting he has changed his views, but given that he now supports like unbelievers, like in his recent speech, is like Iran should be for everybody, and unbelievers for the first time got a mention, because usually they say like, oh, Shias and Sunnis and Christians and Baha'is and everybody, and we never get a mention. This time we actually got like, he said like, even people who don't believe in God, they're Iranians, and we should support them, and blah blah blah. What? This guy was like very, very religious, right? So it was very impressive for us to get a mention in his like in his sermon, and he's like, his life is in danger. Like, he has come heavy, like he has mentioned Khamenei as responsible for the killings. That's a very bold move, right? And they don't dare kill him right now, because if this man, like a lot of people have warned that the day that this man is like, some people have said like, if this man lost one hair because of the government attack on him, people say we will come, and they follow this guy like a messiah or something, like he's a religious leader. And so many people have promised that they said they will wipe the whole province with blood if this man is hurt even a little bit. That's how popular this is. That's why the government is afraid of attacking him, right? But a lot of Iranian atheists took note that he mentioned us, atheists, Iranian atheists. The problem is that some people are like, hey, don't be too excited. Khomeini said some beautiful things also before the Islamic Revolution about women's rights, about democracy, about liberalism. But once he came to power, all of a sudden he started theocracy. They say like, oh, atheists, you're getting so excited over this guy. But this is what religious people do when they're like not in power. They say beautiful things about other people, and then when they are in power, they actually like, these people, this same guy would come and kill you if he could. Like, I'm not saying who is right. I'm just telling you what people are saying. They say it's just like Muhammad. It's like a Mecca phase and the Medini phase, and this guy, because he's not in power, is in his Mecca phase, just like Khomeini, just like Muhammad. But anyways, I'm not making any claims. I'm just telling you what people are saying. Anyway, do you guys have any views on this? No? Okay. So the question is like, how significant is this? Very significant, because there's a distance between the Sunnis there was a gap, there's a major wall between the Sunni movement against the regime and the secular movement against the regime. And now there seems to be an attempt to be a bridge being made, and forces coming together, just like the Kurds and everyone else. This was the farthest movement again, because like, if you look at the protests in Iran, it's about women taking off their hijab, burning their hijab, and saying no to Islam, and these people being against the regime. This is partly one of the most religious part of Iran, even though they're Sunni. So it seemed like there wouldn't be any union between the secularists and Sunnis, and this comment seems to suggest we're moving in that direction, which is very worrisome for the regime, that even these people can unite with each other. So that's my answer. Get my best-selling book, Why There Is No God, for free. Click on the link for it in the description.